Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laurie from the places Laurie goes, and I'm about to tell you how to prepare for a digital nomad lifestyle. So it's a three-part video, okay? So part one is starting an online business. So I'm gonna start by saying that although I'm by no means an expert in this subject, I have been working towards starting an online business for a really long time. I mean, I probably dabbled in over 8-ish different ways to make money online in the past 6 years. And even though some of these endeavors didn't work out for me, it doesn't mean that it can work out for you. So honestly, get out there, invest in learning new skills, and equip yourself with the best resources to start an online business and start making money while you travel the world. So you're probably wondering, what online skills should you be learning? Honestly, there are a lot of different digital skills you can learn to make an income online. I'm not gonna name all of them, but a few of these include social media manager, virtual assistant, graphic designer, web designer, Pinterest manager, you can do Facebook ads manager, you can be a web developer, brand designer, video editor, a copywriter, a bookkeeper. You can sell digital products online. There's so many more things you can do. And well, the next thing though is, how can you learn any of these digital skills? So some of you may already know how to do based on your current job or just general knowledge you might have. But over the years, I've personally stumbled upon a few online courses and platforms to learn in-demand digital skills that you can offer as a freelancer or a business owner and start working remotely. One of those is Skill Crush, which is a woman-owned online school teaching other women how to code, and it's really simple to do, and honestly it was a great experience for me. A second one that I recommend is Bucket List Bombshells. It's another women-led online course perfect for learning tech and design skills, as well as how to start an online business. So I highly recommend them as well. A third one I recommend is Codecademy. This is how I started all this, so you can learn how to code for free with Codecademy, and honestly it's a great beginner level starting course. And another great one is Udemy. You can learn so many different digital skills with Udemy, and at a very good starting price point, like as low as $15 a course, and they have so many different options out of everything I mentioned and even more. Next thing you're going to want to do is get support along the way. So once you learn an online skill and you feel like you're ready to share it with the world, or if you already had a skill that you know you can offer online, but you're not sure how to start an online business, well, there are a few programs that are amazing at guiding you in the right direction. One of them, it's called the Laptop Lifestyle Bootcamp, and it's run by Amanda Colby. And Amanda was my first ever business coach, and she is just amazing at helping you create the foundations for a six-figure business. She's a digital nomad herself, and she teaches you how to work on your mindset and establish a legit business while sharing her experiences as a full-time traveling business owner herself. She literally, I think, already made over $1 million in her business in 2 years or so go check her out. A second great coach that I've seen online, it's Maria Wendt. She has a lot of courses. Now, Maria has a ton of inexpensive online courses to help you up-level your business and attract more clients online. And although I've never personally signed up for her coaching program, I know she's a great business coach, and she releases a lot of free educational videos on YouTube, so you can go ahead and check that out too. And a third one that I've personally done myself, it's called 9 to Freedom, and it's run by Ashley, and she is an amazing coach that helps you build the mental and digital foundations to start and grow your business so you can quit your job ASAP. And I mean, I also love her infectious energy, and she's a badass when it comes to all things Instagram and DMs, which is very important. Of course, there are plenty of additional resources all over the internet, but I personally used all of these courses or programs at some point in the last 6 years, and I highly recommend them, especially for women looking to learn new online skills and have the guidance to start an online business so that you can offer your new skills and start making money online. So, second part of this video about how to prepare for a digital nomad lifestyle, it's doing lots and lots and lots and lots of research. Now, everyone has their own journey preparing for the digital nomad lifestyle. And like I mentioned earlier, mine started around 6 years ago or so. So honestly, I've been researching a lot for a long time. I've researched everything from how others live as digital nomads, what they do, how they do it, why they do it, and what I can learn from their experiences. I've also researched different ways to make money online, visa and COVID requirements for every country I want to live in at least this year, the cost of living in all of these countries, how taxes work as a digital nomad or expat, best banks and credit cards to travel, for travel rewards, and honestly so much more. And unfortunately, since the start of the pandemic, a lot of this information keeps changing. So I've been keeping up to date with as much updates as possible when they become available. But of course, as digital nomads, this is an ongoing task we have to do every time we want to travel somewhere new, which will be pretty frequently, except it depends how slow or fast you travel. But it's a good thing. I enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it too if you want to embark on this adventure as well. And to make it easier for you, I've compiled a few resources that can help you with your own research. So obviously the first thing you have to do, and I already talked about it, it's research how to make money online. I mean, it's the first thing you have to figure out when you're thinking about becoming a digital nomad. And yeah, like I talked earlier, there's a lot of different in-demand skills you can choose from to start making money online and become location independent. I mentioned earlier a few platforms and programs to help you learn this kind of skills, and also how to start an online business. So if you for any reason started this video halfway through, go ahead and watch that first part first. Second you're gonna do is research the places you want to live in. So there's a lot to consider when moving to a new country, even if it's just for a few months. Like what's the currency or language, how much short-term rentals Airbnbs are, how expensive it is to eat and drink out, how's the public transportation, and what are the best areas to live in, how's the Wi-Fi, that one's really important, and honestly so many more things. Luckily, there's a lot of information out there about these things already. And the first website I go to is Nomad List, so nomadlist.com. It's made by digital nomads for digital nomads, and they have asked and answered every question you might have about almost every country or city in the world. It's the perfect starting point for your research, as you can basically gather a lot of information in just one place. Once you know which cities and countries you want to live in, or at least for the next few months, just Google how to live in each city as a digital nomad to get the most relevant information for you and start creating a plan to make it happen. Next thing you have to do is research what you should do and get before you leave. So, as fun as it is to plan to live in a new country soon, there are a few things you need to take care of before you leave your country, which I could assume is the US, but it could be any country. First thing you have to do is visa requirements, Research if you need any visas to enter the country and what documents you might need to gather for the application, and do that with enough time. Second, obviously, COVID requirements. Keep up to date with any COVID requirements both before leaving your country and once you arrive in the new country. 3, it's your passport. Either get a new passport or renew yours with enough time. I recommend at least 3 months before your trip. If you already have a passport, check that your passport isn't going to expire within 6 months from arriving in the new country. 4th, it's credit cards. Take advantage of travel credit cards to get the most points and cashback from your purchases. From your airplane tickets and accommodations to eating at restaurants and taking guided tours, you can earn more from your purchases with the right credit card. And I'm not going to recommend any specific ones. That's a research you can do, and it's not that hard. 5, it's bank accounts. Although not as important as a travel credit card, if you can get an international bank account and debit card, you can save money on fees and access your money more easily. 6 is taxes. No, I'm no expert on taxes, so I'm not giving you any real advice here, but you have to do your research on how taxes work when living abroad, especially since each state and each country may have its own requirements and rules. So please do that research. 7 is selling, donating, or storing your possessions. Think about what you want to do with the things you are leaving behind. Sell or donate what you want to part with, and rent a storage space for the items you want to keep but not take with you. Alternatively, if you have a family member that is okay with you leaving your stuff in their house, you can save yourself some money on that aspect. 8 is international driver's permit. If you're planning on driving around in a foreign country, I highly recommend getting an international driver's permit. It's easy to get through AAA in the US, and it's valid for 1 whole year. But you still need to have your actual driver's license with you at all times when driving abroad. 9, it's vaccines. Other than your COVID-19 vaccines, which are basically mandatory to enter almost any country, you should talk to your doctor about any travel vaccines that you might need or medications, depending on the country you are going to visit or live in. And 10, I think it's medical travel insurance. So there are a few options out there for travel insurance and medical insurance, but why not get both for a really affordable price? After I did a thorough research, I found that Safety Wing was the best option for travel medical insurance for digital nomads. It starts at $42 a month or for 30 days, and you can be covered medically on your travels around the world, included COVID-19 coverage. But you also get covered for common travel mishaps that might happen while abroad. And now, to the third part of this video on how to prepare for a digital nomad lifestyle. It's mentally preparing for the trip. Honestly, the hardest part of this journey is probably saying goodbye to your friends and family for a while. Heck, you might even miss your old co-workers. I know I do. Although I've made space in my calendar to return home and visit, not being able to be within 20-mile radius from my friends in Los Angeles or close enough to my family that we can just see each other in a few hours. Honestly, this is the hardest challenge for me. And honestly, probably for you too. This might be your first time traveling outside the US or your country completely by yourself. It is for me, like completely by myself. And although the idea sounds scary, know that your friends and family are supporting you and cheering you on. And honestly, thanks to technology, no matter where you are in the world, you're always a DM or a FaceTime or a WhatsApp call away from them. But before you go, here's a few things I recommend you do to mentally prepare for the long distance. The first thing I would recommend is tell your loved ones why you are leaving. Tell them you are leaving and why. I found that most people were super supportive of my digital nomad lifestyle, of this dream I have of like traveling the world and making money online. After all, I've been talking about this journey for years, but some people are going to find it hard to understand. So explain your travel, your plans with them, and when they hear you talk about why this is your dream and how you've been planning for this, not just leaving impulsively unless you are, they'll be more supportive of your travels and of your dreams. Second, I would try to spend more time with your favorite people. The last 6 months before I left, I visited my parents in Florida, I visited my home country, Puerto Rico, and saw old friends. I celebrated all the birthdays and holidays with my loved ones. I threw a few goodbye parties because I like to do that, and I tried to see and say goodbye to as many people as I could. Of course, there were tears and there was laughter and there were hugs and kisses, and even a few friends gave me like travel related presents, which was really thoughtful and nice. And honestly, it was the best way to say goodbye to everybody. So I recommend making the most out of the last few months so you can leave with peace of mind and no regrets. And third, I highly recommend creating a memories box. So this is something I started a few years ago, around the time I moved from Puerto Rico to California by myself. When I was cleaning out my room, I was deciding what was staying behind, what I was throwing away, and what I could take with me. So at that moment, I made a memories box. So this box contained little notes from friends, birthday cards, party invitations that I remember fondly. I got Valentine's Day cards, concert stops, all boarding passes, and honestly, it's a lot of sentimental stuff that I wanted to keep with me. And this time around, as I was cleaning out my room before moving to Southeast Asia as a digital nomad, I added more things I had collected in the last 7 years living in California. So not only do you keep all of these keepsakes in one place, but honestly, going through them years later will warm your heart and bring a smile to your face, I promise. And that's it for this 3-part video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more digital nomad and budget travel content. Thank you, and see you on the next video.